So next line character, I have used this next line character. Now run this code again one more time, stop the code and build and run. So let us see what is happening. So you are getting this printout statement. What is this? Initially set sum 0, initially sum 0, and then it is counted as it has 0 and 1. So it is counted what? 0 plus 1, 1 plus 2 plus 3, 3 plus 2, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 4, like that it is counted. But what we need to count, we need to add these items, na? We need to add these items. So now I need to add some more code. So now the total sum printed like this. Okay, so if I run this code, you stop this code, build and run. So now you are getting, this is the total sum of the array, sum of the A's array. This is 316. So how I achieved it? Little bit of code I have changed here. Initially I set to 0, I set to sum set to 0. Now every time it goes to loop rotates at 0 index, 85 will be taken, that will be stored in I, and I will be added here at the 0 index. At the index, I means 0 index, that will be added with sum. So your value will be 85. Now loop goes to again 70, this location means index 1, because I plus plus means 0 plus 1. Now index position 1, it loop goes to 78, and 78 will be added with the sum. Sum has before 85, 85 plus 78. Now sum has this much of value. What is that is value? 163. Whenever this is sum 163, it is incremented, and incremented means I incremented to 1 plus 1 2. So 2 is condition, 2 is less than 5. So that will be added. Understood that? Like this. Try to understand what is happening here. Initially whenever I is equal to 0, whenever I is equal to 0, I less than 5, 0 less than 5. So condition satisfied, I incremented. Now I becomes what? 1. Okay. Now whenever I becomes 1, I becomes 1. So this is what? Sum is equal to sum plus at 0 I index, whatever the value, sum is equal to 0, and at this index 0 index, this value is there. So sum becomes what? 85. Next I incremented to 1. So 1 is less than 5, 1 is less than 5, condition satisfied. Incremented to 2, now it becomes 2. So now at 1 index, sum is equal to sum plus a, now index is equal to 1, sum 85 plus at 1 index 78, that will be added. That is the value of what? 163. Now this sum becomes 163. Okay, now it is incremented to 2. Now index value 2. Okay, this is 2, loop goes to 2. Now whenever loop goes to 2, that will be taken and added with this 163. So 163 plus 43, 208. Okay, now that is printed. Now this will become what? 2 plus 1 3. Okay, whenever it is 3, 3 less than 5. Okay, 3 less than 5, condition satisfied. Loop takes another number, like that it is printed. Getting or not? I am asking the class, are you able to understand this or not? Not able to understand. Okay, one more time. One more time you want to brief, you want to listen this class, you are not able to understand what is loop, how it is loop going, so try to carefully listen. So this is actually what I did here. Actually this, as per this, to find out the average is one integer, sorry, array in C language created. This is the array symbol, variable name, it is integer, it will hold all, this is all integer value. It is one data structure. It is what? One array. Data array is a data structure. Data structure. I told you whenever I have conducted the classes in what data structures and algorithm, at that time I told you that data structure is nothing but it is used to store, it is the way to store the values, okay, in computer memory. So data structure is nothing but it is a way to store the data structure. Is not, it is not a language like in C and C++, Java and Python. It is part of computer science. It is the way to store the data in computer's memory. So to store multiple values, here multiple values stored in a array. So array is a data structure to store the values in consecutive location, subsequent, one by one. Okay, already I have briefed in, that is what your data structures and algorithms. So it is a data structure. It is which type of data structure? I told you that data structures two types, primitive and non-primitive. Under non-primitive data structure, and non-primitive again divided into two categories, linear and non-linear. Linear, in linear data structure, data will be stored in consecutive locations, sequential manner, one by one, okay. So that is linear data structure. And I already have that is what I briefed, that linear again divided into two types, that is what static and dynamic. This is static data structure. Array is why array is static data structure? While the memory size will be fixed, okay. So memory will be allotted at the time of compilation. I have briefed in previous classes, compilation, runtime, I have briefed. So memory will be allotted at the time of, memory size will be allotted at the time compilation time. So we can't change the memory, this is size of the memory, but we can change the element. We can change the element means data, but we can't change the, once data is fixed, memory is fixed, we can't change the memory size. Understood that? That is the I have briefed all the things. That's why it is static data structure. Array, static, linear, static data structure. Linear, static data structure. Understood that? Linear means we are storing the data in sequential manner, and static means memory size will be allotted at the time of compilation, so it is fixed. We can't change the memory size, but we can alter the data, okay. So okay, now what I did here, try to understand one more time. Students, you are asking how the loop is running. So initial I is equal to 0, so I is equal to initially what? 0, and 0 less than 5, so I incremented, to what? 1. Now sum is equal to sum plus is I, initial I. So at I, what is the value? 85. That 85 added with the sum 0 plus 85, so it becomes 85. Now come next, I equal to 1, because it is incremented, na? So 1 less than 5, condition satisfied. I incremented to 2, okay. So sum is equal to 85 plus this index 1. At index 1, 78. Now 78 plus 85, what? 78 plus 163. Now print of sum, that is printed 163. Now your I is equal to 2. 2 less than 5, condition satisfied. I incremented to